Hello, my beautiful people. It is I, it is her, it is she, it is Coach. Now, I want you to understand that your health has many different elements, and it can either enhance or it can break. What you do and what you believe to be true can always give you the encouragement that you need, and it can empower you if you're doing the actionable steps that is necessary. So health isn't an overnight sensation. It isn't something that we know of. It isn't something that you just wake up one day and say, hey, because when I was growing up, the only greens I saw was greens in a pot that was boiling with some meat. That's how I learned my greens. The only corn I saw was the corn that went with my macaroni and cheese. No pun intended to my mama, because she was throwing down in the kitchen. And no pun intended to my grandmama, because my grandmama not here no more, but she was throwing down in the kitchen. But as you grow up and you start to see that the people around you are falling off and they dropping like hot flies, you got to understand, why is that? Now, we as Black women, African American, whatever you want to call it, we have the strength and we have the power to break and enhance our family. That's just how it goes. We have the words that can strengthen up a child, and we have words that can break down a child. We have words that can strengthen up our husbands, and we got words that can break down our husbands. You have words inside of you that can strengthen you up, or words that can break you down. But the key and the goal is that you want to use every ounce of energy that you have for greatness around you. That means the people in your life, the relationships that you built, the relationships that you're striving to build, the company that you keep, the emotional status that you are in. You have to be careful with your words, but at the same time, you want to build it up. So I want you to understand that as a woman, your main function is to make sure that you're taking care of you first. And I know you may say, Coach, but I got so much on my plate. And I get it that you got so much on my plate, because guess what? I got something too on my plate. I got 6 kids, a husband, a business. I work. I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things. And on top of that, I'm a full-fledged vegan, which means I got to cook all my food. Because can't nobody make my food for me. Who gonna make my food for me? Because people in the world, they don't know. Because the crazy thing is, what I've learned is many don't know the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan. They just don't know the difference. Somebody made me a sandwich the other day and put cheese on it. I couldn't understand it. I said, what was you thinking? I'm not a vegetarian. I'm a full-fledged vegan. But see, that's the difference. They don't understand. So I have a lot of things on my plate. I have a lot of things that I'm doing on my plate. But I still manage to put me first. Putting you first isn't selfish. Putting you first isn't a need that nothing else is going to get done. Putting you first is a necessity, because without you, there is nothing in your life that's going to move in the right direction. The people in your life need you around. And in order to do that, you have to understand that you are more than. You are better than. You are their source of, right? And so when it comes to your health, this is why it's so important that you think about the things that you're doing. That's why it's so important to look at the plate, because your plate is the most valuable relationship that you have. What you truly choose to eat becomes your reality. What you truly choose to eat will make you sick or make you healthy. And the crazy thing about it is, I love the conversations that me and my husband have, because we have conversations that go along the lines of, if you eat this starting as a young child, right? Let's say you want to eat hamburgers all day, or let's say you eat, not all day, let's say you eat cheese, right? You eat a lot of cheese, a lot of milk, right? Sorry about the noise in the background. You eat a lot of cheese and you eat a lot of milk, right? As you get older, you become lactose intolerant. Why is that? Why is that, right? And that's because as your body is this beautiful design of a machine, because it can heal, it can reverse, it can do so much, right? As your body is that beautiful design, it's letting you know what it doesn't want. It'll tolerate over time, but then after a while it says, we can't eat that. We can't put that in our system. And that's letting you know that things have to change. And so when it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being, things have to change. And in order for it to change, You have to be the one to change it, because there is no one coming to change it for you. No one is going to say, hey, you need to not do that, or hey, you need to try this, or hey, you shouldn't do that, because everybody is on their own path of something else. But the only person who can truly guide and change things and fix things within your life is you. So always know that you are the source, you are the key, you are the one who can change all things in your life. And if you aren't doing the work, if you aren't setting yourself up, if you aren't attempting to be better then what are you doing? You're being complacent, meaning that you're comfortable. You don't want to see the change happen. And in order for change to happen, you got to be the change. When I was growing up as a kid and I saw my parent, my grandparent, my aunts, and they cook like that, that's what's good food. That's called soul food. That's called good cooking. But when you grow up and your stomach's starting to turn, you're starting to get headaches all the time, you're always in the bathroom, okay? You got bubble guts and runny butt, okay? Something has to change. That is your body speaking to you. Now, I don't knock what other people want to eat, because that is their choice. That is their preference. But I choose to eat better for me because I know what my body deserves. And when you know what your body deserves, you start doing things that are not on the same level as what you are used to, which means you start to wing out people, and people start to ask you more questions because they want to know, how can you go so long without eating meat? How can you go so long without eating cheese? How can you go so long and you not drink no milk and you don't want no yogurt? Because it's a mental shift. And when you shift that mind for greatness, you are telling yourself what you're not going to do for you. I'm not going to treat my body this way. I'm not going to do this to myself. I'm not going to be on medication. I'm not going to be at a doctor's office all the time. I'm not, right? And so when you hit the I'm not, you keep that in your conscious, your subconscious, along with keeping it in your frontal lobe to say, I'm better than that, and I don't want it. Do it smell good when people? Yeah. I always think like, wow, her food smells really good. But I know what it's going to do. In the long run, I know what it's going to do. And I know that if my God wanted me to eat that, he would tell me to eat that. I know that if I want to eat that, I can go eat that. But I'm to the point in my life where as you get older, you get wiser. That's the goal. If you're not getting wiser and you're getting older, that's the problem. You're having a disconnect with yourself. So you should be becoming wiser as you're getting older to understand that you only get one body. Literally. You only get one. So I don't know about you, but I know for me, if you die, where your body at? Is it moving around? Because if the brain did, the body did. That's just all I know. If your brain did, the body did. It ain't moving. You can't interact with family. You can't have fun. You can't dance. You can't laugh anymore. You can't do any of those things. Now, I'm not saying that there are medical conditions that people have endured because they're just the imperfections, and sometimes it happens, and sometimes with childbirth and childbearing and the genetics, you're going to have certain complications in life. But diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, kidney stones, IBS, massive headaches, upset stomach, diarrhea, joint pain, back pain, leg pain, gout. I don't know about you, but that's not an inheritance. I'm gonna say that again. I don't know about you. Look at me in my face. But that's not an inheritance. I'm gonna let that marinate and sit real fast. I don't know about you, but that's not an inheritance. That's not because my mama got it, I'ma have it. Because my daddy got it, I'ma got it. Because my cousin had it, I'ma get it. What I know for a fact is, if you all eating the same food, 9 times out of 10, you all gonna have the same issues. Why is it that JoJo down the street got high blood pressure and he ain't related to Nikki up the street and she got high blood pressure? It's called common sense. It's called let's use our brain for a minute and let's think about these things. This is the stuff that is deep. These are the words and the things that you have to think about when it comes to your health. Because if I don't tell you, who gonna tell you? I had somebody tell me the other day that their doctor told them don't eat no vegetables. It was kind of funny because I said, well, what you supposed to eat? Oh, I just need to eat more protein. Oh, so eat more meat. And guess what happened? When I say, no, this is what you should eat. I'm just going to give you a suggestion because I ain't your doctor. Don't got a PhD behind my name. But I'm going to tell you what I know for a fact is going to work. If you eat more of these vegetables and you lay off a little bit of that meat, cut back on your red meat, increase your vegetables, have about a good piece of chicken maybe once or twice a month, and start moving that body, I guarantee you start feeling better. And within a month, what happened? I feel much better. I really start eating my vegetables. I can't believe. And my doctor told me don't do. I don't know what that doctor was thinking. Wait till I get back to my doctor's appointment. Yeah, go back and tell him. Go back and tell him what I said. Go back and tell him. And who told you? Tell him Yolanda. Tell him Yolanda sent you. Coach Yolanda sent me. I want you to understand that your health is so important. And if you don't start taking care of you, you will not be alone to take care of no one. You won't be here to take care of anything. You won't be here to see life and enjoy life, because life is really beautiful if you allow it to be. And this is one thing I want you to understand. Skinny don't equal healthy, and fat don't equal unhealthy. It is literally what you're eating every single day that will allow you to understand what your body is doing. If you're eating muffins, cookies, cereal, smothered chicken, fried chicken, pork chops, ham hocks, if you're eating this stuff like that and you're eating it every day, every meal you have this type of food, every meal is this type of food, that your body is calling for help. Your body is trying to figure out what is going on. I'm gonna give you this little synopsis real fast, okay? And I want you to marinate with it, and then after you marinate with it, I want you to start really looking at your plate, okay? And in the relationship that you have, you're gonna eat meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat for dinner. You're probably gonna have you some type of alcoholic beverage if it's the weekend, a couple of alcoholic beverages. You might be a smoker, right? You might want to smoke something, whatever it is that you smoke, whatever your preference is. And you turn around and you have some chips for snack. You might have cookies, cake, pies, candy, whatever your preference is, right? And you do that every day. You do this cycle every day, right? It's different types of food that you're eating, but it all entails you eating meat every day. Every single day of your life, you eat meat, right? Now the day go by, you don't have a piece of meat. How many times do you delete? How many times do you go to the little boy's room or the little girl's room? How many times are you releasing the waste? How many times? Because if all that's going in, you got to think about, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Because I know when I was eating like that, I never been a drinker and I never been a smoker. I would drink like wine, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. But it was like once a month, and because I've never been a drinker, never been a smoker. Never smoked a day in my life, so thank goodness for that. But however, I used to drink wine, right? But I used to eat chicken all the time. Like I would eat chicken. I love me some chicken. Right? I was a chicken type of girl, and I would eat chicken, not for breakfast, but I would have like bacon for breakfast, sausage for breakfast, and then I would do chicken for lunch and maybe chicken for dinner, something like that, right? And me and my husband was talking the other day. We was talking because we had pillow talk every Friday and Saturday. We had pillow talk. We got to talk. We got to catch up. Because he got to love on his wife and find out what's been going on in her life, right? And the same is for me, for him. But we were having pillow talk on Saturday. And he said, babe, you remember you used to go to the bathroom every 4 days? Why? Why he got to remind me of that? And so I said, oh my goodness, I do remember that. I said, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Eating all that meat? And I literally was going to the bathroom every 4 days. And I didn't think it was a problem. And when I would go to my doctor every year, she'd be like, how many bowel movements do you have? She was like, how many times you go to the bathroom? I'd be like, like maybe once a week. So you eating all that food and you going only once a week? Once a week. That was my digestive system saying, if you don't do something, I'm gonna pop you. I'm gonna pop you. So I bring this up to you because I want you to really think about what it is that you're putting in your body. When I say think about the foods you eat, it's literally on purpose. It's for a real purpose. Because as a human being with a well-machined body that can beat a heart on its own, you're breathing in and out, your liver is working, you have functional kidneys, like there's nothing's going on and you are a functional human being, right? You should be deleting every day. 1 to 4 times a day, really, if you really think about it. Because, I mean, you eating all day, so where's it going? If you eating all day, where is it going? It should go out somewhere. I was eating all day and all the time. I was snacking, especially on some cookies. Y'all remember them Butter Crunch cookies when we was a kid? The Butter Crunch cookies? And them chocolate chip cookies, some ones that came in the pack, the 3 in the pack. What? Those was my, what? And don't let me not even get started on the chocolate eclair, okay? Okay, what? Okay, what? I don't eat that junk no more. But however, right? That was my go-to. Those was my things. That was me. And so, how was I not deleting every day? I'm just putting all that in and ain't nothing going out. But once a week, or every 4 days, my husband holla he said, babe, every 4 days. Cause he like, I'm going every day. What you over there doing? And he wasn't eating meat like that. He wasn't eating stuff like that. He had changed up his whole eating pattern. He eating more vegetables. And I'm like, I don't know what he doing because I ain't eating that. I ain't eating that. Quick funny story real fast. And then I'm going to let you go. I sent my husband to Chipotle. This was years ago, maybe about 3-4 years ago. I sent my husband to Chipotle. Now this is when I was a heavy meat eater, about 4 years ago, okay? You couldn't tell me about my chicken, okay? I sent my husband to the Chipotle, and I tells him, I want you to get me a Chipotle bowl and put some chicken in it, right? So because my husband was always on this kick of I'm eating more vegetables, eating more beans and legumes, he brings back this bowl and I'm in my bedroom and I'm on my bed and I'm watching sci-fi because this is when I was watching horror movies. Like I was into it, like I had a whole good life going on so I thought, with all this junk going in my brain, messing me up mentally, right? Until I had to clean that out. Got to clean that out. You got to clean them things out. And so that's a whole nother video. I'm gonna talk to you about that later too. Okay. However, so he comes back with this bowl and I opens the Chipotle bowl up and I say, what the heck is this? He was like, that's beans and it's rice and it's vegetables. And I mean, when I tell you I got a little bit of chicken, the chicken was like about this much chicken. That much chicken, right? And so I went off on a frenzy. I was cursing and yelling, I want my chicken! Give me my chicken! Right? And so I'm yelling and I'm cursing. And he was like, I can't believe you acting like this. Just give me the bowl. He takes the bowl. He goes back to Chipotle. He come back. And now I got all this chicken on top. I mean, he pulled it on top, right? He made sure he gave me a whole stack of chicken. And I ate that whole bowl. And guess what? I still didn't go to the bathroom that same day. But as you get older, you learn what's not working and what will work. And what I know for me, eating more whole foods, more plants, more vegetables, more seeds, more legumes, those help me. Those embrace me. Those give my body what it needs. Now, TMI, I delete every day. Every day a sister goes. Every day. Maybe sometimes once or twice. Sometimes I could get in a good food because I'm eating whole plants every day. Whole plants every day. If the Father didn't want us to eat it, I'm trying to tell you why he put it here. He wants you to eat like that. He wants you to eat more fruits and more vegetables. He wants you to be great. He wants you to have those things. So here is this. Your relationship with your plate is so important. It can mentally break you or mentally harm you. It can harm you. It can help you. It depends on what it is that you got going on with that plate. Now, I ain't telling you to give up your meat. I ain't going to say that because that's not my business. That's not my process. But what I am telling you as a coach of health and of life, you need to eat more from the earth. Add more whole foods onto your plate and see your life and your body change before your eyes. Get the energy you deserve. Get rid of the headaches, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the high cholesterol. Get rid of it. Because it ain't nothing but the food you eat. It's the food doing it. The food. Now, I want you to really think about this. Go back, rewind this video. Take down get pen and paper and write down some pointers here. Because I've dropped a lot of nuggets in here, okay? Think about your life. Think about the food you eat. And think about what it is that you are trying to accomplish. Do you want to be greater than? Or do you want to stay complacent where you're at and still have all these problems going on? And I don't want to hear you too old, honey, because baby mama 45. And I'm never too old. I'm never too old to do what is necessary for my health. I'm never too old to do what's necessary for my mental health. And I'm never too old to do what's necessary for my entire being. Because I love me. And you need to love you more. Because I know you love you. That ain't even never the question. But love you more. More than you ever loved you before. I want you to start doing something better for your health today. Coach is setting up a new process. The new process is I'm taking you through my discipline course, and then I'm taking you into my health and wellness course. This course is valued at $2,000, $2,000, okay? Because this is a lot of knowledge that I have, a lot of information that I provide to you. I have broken this course down for you to afford it and for you to get what you need, okay? And the course now is at $499.95. That is the course. Now, if you do not think that you're ready for the course, I do have other nuggets that's for you. I have a whole type of digital products for you that you can go through. You can get those digital products. You can actually start to get your life together and start incorporating more healthier foods into your life. I have here the 5 pounds in a week, guide where you can go through the process of losing 5 pounds in a week, and I take you through that process. I also have here the Juice Me. My Juice Me. Sorry about the noise in the background again. That's the Juice Me Up. Juice Me Up is my baby. You love to juice, and you don't even have to have an expensive juicer to do this. You can do juicing, right? You can do juicing, and you don't have to have an expensive juicer to do it. And juicing will enhance your entire diet, and it'll enhance your entire system, and it'll enhance your entire cardiovascular system. They're really doing a lot over there. It'll enhance your cardiovascular system. It will do a lot just by juicing. Juicing enhances and changes the game for you, okay? So I have the Juice Me Up. And then I also have Weight Loss Like a Pro. Now, Weight Loss Like a Pro is for those of you who like to eat meat, okay? Because I remember I used to eat meat. I used to do that. I used to understand, and I used to want my meat. So I would not never dare to say you can't have your meat when I have a whole entire package for you. I have a digital product called Weight Loss Like a Pro, and it gives you the breakdown. You get the measurements, you get to even enjoy some of your good sweet treats that you want to have, and you get breakfast, you get a breakfast, you get a lunch, you get a dinner, and you get a snack in there. And that is a 4-week program along with different recipes that I've included in there as well. And these things you can find at igniteyourhealth.info, and that is where you can get all of that. I'll have everything linked at the bottom of this video, so you can be able to go down there, click, and get what you need. I am assisting and helping you get your life on track. It is so imperative that you start somewhere. And if you don't start anywhere, you're never going to change. And I know you want change, because no one wants to walk around on high blood pressure. No one wants to walk around with diabetes. No one wants to, not if you can change it. You have the power to change it. And it's all in getting your mental together, to put your palate in place, to get your body to follow through. That's what it's really all about. And so again, like I said, I do have the digital products that's on igniteyourhealth.info. I'll put the link at the bottom. And also I have here my program where I'm taking you through the process of my discipline program. That's getting that mental right, because you got to get this right before anything else can follow. Because normally what happens 9 times out of 10, if this ain't right, you're going to quit. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna follow through, because you ain't mentally prepared. So you got to go through the discipline course, and then after the discipline course, you go into my health and wellness course. And this by far is a 7-week program, and it helps you go through all of this. And I will guide you through the process. I will help you through the process, and I'm gonna hold your hand through it. I'm gonna help you, because if you want the help, I'm here to help you. If you don't want the help, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? But I know you don't want to stay complacent. And so I want you to understand that you can do all of this. All of this is a willing and you're able. Go to rockanddropfitness.com. You can reach me there. That is for my health and wellness course. And if you want to start the discipline course, you can go to yolandawilliams.info. And once you start with the discipline course, you automatically go into the health and wellness course. Okay, so you got some options. And I'm giving you options, because as a human being, we like options. I don't want to pay that much. I want to pay this much. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. You know how we get. We want some options on the table. We don't want to be told we ain't got no options. So I'm giving you options, but at the same time, I want you to understand that your health is so important. And it's so important that you take control of it now, because if you never take control, it's going to spiral and keep spiraling and keep spiraling. And no one wants to do that. Not one single person. This is Coach. I want you to have a phenomenal day. Do you know why, honey? Do you know why? Because you are above ground. And for that, you have to be thankful. If you like this video, share it with others. Give it to people. Go back and rewind it. Get your pen and paper. Write down some great points, because I've dropped some great gems in here. And again, take advantage of my coaching programs that I have, because it is for you. I made it for you. I went through the process myself. And I am living proof that what I do works. I see you on the inside. Peace.